So, firstly, I want to tell you guys about something that's been happening in Roblox recently. So, you know my friends Jax and Guest, right? And the person who specifically tried to call me a pedo just because of one video. Remember Jax, Guest, and Victor, which is the person who tried to call me a pedo? Well, Guest is fine. I have nothing wrong with Guest anymore. I got the rage that he gave me off my chest. We're fine. But Jackson Victor, though. Oh, Jackson Victor. They've been ignoring me for at least 3 days. They wouldn't let me play with them. Today I tried to roleplay with them like I would every other day. And they obviously told me to get out. Because they're them. I get that they don't want their RP to be ruined, but find a spot for me. There was 2 people in the entire roleplay. Personally, when I have 2 people in a roleplay, I would let anybody join, just as long as I know they're not a bad person. But apparently these 2 over here did not care, and they only care about their selfish desires to roleplay. Now, I'm not calling them terrible people, and you should never ever play with them. I'm just saying they should at least give me a chance and not be like, oh yeah, we don't want you to roleplay with us because you're stupid and all that. You shouldn't do that. If anyone does that to you, just listen up. If anyone does that to you, here's what you say. You say, hey, at least give me a chance. You don't know if I'm actually good at blah, 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 or whatever you're talking about. Like the saying, don't judge a book by its cover. And that's exactly what Jackson Victor are saying. I keep almost saying Jackson Guest because every time I mention Jax or Guest, I usually say Jackson and Guest. Anyway. So Jax and Victor just basically have been ignoring me for 3 days now. They've only cared about their stupid roleplay, and then whenever I ask Jax or Guest to do anything, yes, I'm involving Guest now, but anytime I try to involve Jax and Guest in anything, here's one of the 2 results. Either I ask if they're busy, and they say no, and then I try to tell them about when I'm asking them to play, and then they're like all of a sudden, oh yeah, I'm super duper busy, I can't play with you right now. That's just stupid. Just say in your full voice, no thank you, I do not want to play right now. Don't make up some kind of excuse. Just say you don't want to play. Or it's the same thing if I ask them if they want to roleplay. Jax is like, oh yeah, I really don't want to because I'm tired or whatever. But yet, the very next millisecond, he starts playing with Victor and role-playing with him. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't have anything wrong with people who just want to have fun, yeah. But Jax is purposely ignoring me. I don't think Guest does that. He doesn't do that much, but it's mainly Jax. And Victor is basically just taking them away. still not trying to rub dirt on Victor. I'm just saying he's trying to take them away from me, basically. Well, not guest. Guest just comes and goes. Like what I said before, I think guest is some kind of AI, because never once have I seen guest have an actual human emotion than, hey, it's my birthday, and he acts really happy. Because today is his birthday. Happy birthday, guest. I'm not trying to rub dirt on you when it's your birthday, but I still have to get this out. Well, as of the time I'm recording this, it's your birthday. I don't know if I post this, like, tomorrow or something. But, anyways, I'm trying to say that Jax and Victor are purposely not trying to play with me for whatever God reason. Either they don't like me, which I find that fine, but it hurts my feelings. Either they don't like me, or they're just doing this to get mad because because they're probably just doing this to get me mad because they're trying to get the satisfaction. They're trying to squeeze the satisfaction out of me by getting me all angry and all that, trying to ask them if I could roleplay at least. And they still say no. And this started 3 days ago when I introduced Victor to something. Now, I don't even think it's because of that, but it started on that day. Jax won't even roleplay with me anymore. I mean, I'm just confused at this point. Like, there was no reason not to if you're just gonna go role-playing with Vic the very next millisecond. I'm gonna let my feelings convey in this video because I don't care right now. I'm trying to get the message to you, Jax and Victor, and possibly guest, if you're even watching this video. But I'm trying to get this out to you. You three. I'm trying to say at least include me in, like, your role plays and don't just have me join you, ask if I could role play and be like, no, we don't and they don't even give me an answer. Like, today, a little bit ago, I asked them if I could roleplay with them. They didn't even give me an answer. And then earlier, I tried to fill in the roles for one of their characters that they clearly needed because there was only 2 people. And they were like, when did we ever ask you to be in the RP? Can't I at least fill in a role for you? Like, I would be satisfied if you just let me do a little role. Like being the police officer. They were doing a bit in the RP. They were doing some kind of port RP. I don't even know what they're doing. From what I know, they're ripping off Five Nights at Freddy's. And Victor is over here like, yeah, why don't we obviously extend it longer so that I can play with you guys longer? Like, he's making extra chapters for no reason. I don't even know what it is. I don't know if it's supposed to be Five Nights at Freddy's or Five Nights at Freddy's ripoff. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be Five Nights at Freddy's ripoff or if it's... What I'm trying to say is, I don't know if they're trying to do a Five Nights at Freddy's ripoff, or if they're just trying to do a piggy game. But from what I know, there's literally no piggy game that takes place at court has Dakota dying and have this random OC character out of nowhere. And Victor's over here acting like it's an actual piggy game. Anyway, back to what I'm trying to say. Give me a chance. Don't just rub me off and say, leave. I don't like you. We don't want you in our RP. Give me an actual direct answer too. The last time you never even gave me a direct answer. You just said, you're not in the RP. Shoo, go away. So, look, what I'm trying to say here is, I do not like that they won't give me a direct answer, and I do not like the fact that they are just like, we're not even going to tell you if you're even allowed in the RP, we're just going to tell you to leave. They wouldn't answer any of my questions either. And Victor kept kicking me for no reason! I'm sorry if I seem really mad right now. And I'm sorry to you, Jax, if you're watching this and you're like, why is he doing this? Why is he getting mad at us for no reason? Give me an answer next time, maybe, and I wouldn't be making a video on this. And maybe stop ignoring me and making up random excuses to you being busy. You literally told me 5 milliseconds, you told me 5 milliseconds ago that you were not busy. And then somehow you come up with an excuse out of nowhere that you're busy so that you don't have to play with me. And then when I asked to RP, boom, he's like, I'm tired. And then 5 milliseconds later, boom, he's playing with Victor. And yeah, Victor, I got beef with you, boy. Don't think I don't. You did say sorry about you calling me a pedo. But I'm not saying sorry about this. You can't pull my friends away from me like this. I've been friends with them for 3 years. Well, technically 2.5 years. But I've been friends with them for 2.5 years. You can't just pull them away from me. I'm still allowed to be friends with them, aren't I? You can't just take away my friends from me. And guys, if you're watching this, at least say yes half the time. The only things I've ever seen guests say is yes, no, and a bunch of random stuff. I swear, that person is not real. He is not a real person. That is an AI right there I'm friends with, bro. He acts so much like an AI. He ain't got no feelings. I'm not trying to be mean here. I'm literally saying just half the time acts like he's a robot, bro. But still, Victor and Jax, if you're watching this video, get the message through your brain and actually get the message through your brain and think about, maybe Max wants to RP. Let me give him a chance. And if he doesn't fit the role for that character, then I'm just gonna say, sorry, Max, you don't fit the role for that character or whatever. And one time, I wanted to be my character. Victor said yes. You know what he did? the very next day after I went online to RP again, he killed my character without my consent. I get it was his roleplay, but he does not get permission to kill my character when I'm not even there. I own it, not you! You don't get permission for my character. I do. And don't even start with the, oh yeah, Jack said you said, yes, I can delete her. No! I do not consent to that. You never will get consent to kill my characters when I'm not even there. If I allow it, I'm allowing it. Like, if it's my original character, then I'm mad if you kill it. But if it's not my original character and you kill it, then sure, I don't care. It's just a useless character for me anyways. It's not mine. But yet he goes and still kills my original character when I'm not offline. I know I made a big deal about it, but that is my character, not yours. Anyway, rant over about all this. I just want to get the message through that I'm still a living person and I'm not just air. You still have to notice me, you know. I'm not trying to be mean and say, oh yeah, you need to worry about me all the time. No, I'm trying to say that I'm a real person. I exist. And I'm not a ghost. So yeah, I'm gonna end here. Sorry if I seemed a little mad in this video. I just don't like the fact of what they're just ignoring me. I'm still a person, not a ghost. Keep that frown upside down. I'll see you in the next one.